Hey there, Jessica here. I really appreciate you speaking with me earlier and accepting this free video. I'm super excited that you did because today I'm going to go over 3 strategies you guys can start applying right away, and it's going to make a huge difference in your business. And I know that it will because we've applied these same strategies with over 50 other restoration companies just like you guys, and it's made a huge impact in their business. Now, right now, the Rest Pros have like 0 traffic coming to their site, and that means that you guys are missing out on over 80% of the available restoration and water damage searches in your service area every single month for not having these strategies in place. Okay. Now, when we chatted, you also told me about F&M plumbing, so I'll take a look at that with you guys as well. I'm happy to see as separate divisions that you're doing separate websites. That's great because Google is going to prioritize one main service for each of your websites. So having one designated to restoration and water damage and one designated plumbing is perfect. That is going to allow you to be able to rank and be on top on the plumbing website at number 1, as well as your restoration as number 1 on that site. Okay. Google doesn't generally allow you to rank in top positions for multiple services. So having those 2 sites is awesome. Now, when it comes to ranking, one, you do need to have your own domain. This is a free Wix site, so this isn't going to help you at all, but at least you have something. Now, when it comes to ranking a website, content is key, and you do need a lot of content, and you have to have separate pages for all of your major services. So you have some basic information here. You have a toll-free number here. It is not clickable, okay? Google's gone mobile first, and so everything needs to be mobile friendly. And I'm not actually seeing really on this page what your actual service area is. And having a toll-free number kind of gives the appearance that you guys serve nationwide. Rather than being a local business. Most companies will fare better having local numbers, even if the area code changes because you're working from one county to another. Generally tends to be better off than toll-free numbers. But this website does have a little bit of content, not a whole lot going on here. So let me hop over to the F&M one as well, so everything I say kind of relates to both. Here's the F&M. Let's see. This phone number is clickable, so that's good. I do like that you have your contact information right at the top, making it easy for your customers. Customers don't search. If they can't find what they're looking for, they're going to bounce. Now, the last 18 months, Google's made a ton of changes with rankings and how they're going to rank websites. And the last 90 days has been huge and extremely volatile. They've made a ton of changes. So in addition to being mobile friendly, it's people first. So the structure of your navigation needs to be the most important in order of importance, okay? So services, residential, commercial, I would venture to bet are probably not the most important. You probably are focusing on 24/7 emergency plumbing services or a specific service in your plumbing business. And on the restoration side, it's probably going to be the water damage. And so having the right navigation, the right order, is going to be important for you guys. Now, Google does require a separate page for all of your major services. It looks like you do have some water heaters, garbage disposals, leak detection, etc. You got a water damage page. Oh no, you don't have a water damage page. So this is just redirecting them to the Wix site. Okay. Kitchen and bath remodel. Okay, that's completely unrelated and should probably have its own website as well. Now, when we're talking content, content is key, and you do need a lot of content. You need at least 1,500 words or more of written content. If your competitors have more than 1,500 words, you need more than they have. Okay? Anytime we're competing, we always have to do better. And the type of content matters. We used to be able to just give a bunch of generic information, load some keywords in there, and that was enough. But now it's a people first. So it has to be helpful, useful information that answers your common questions of your customers, talking about your different types of services. And the homepage is the most important page of the site because it basically is telling Google what the entire website is about. So it does need to have a little information of all your major services and then link back to those pages. And then you have to focus on the local keywords. So if you only are doing Pasadena and that's your major area, then you want to be focused on Pasadena keywords. So your homepage and all your service pages should be Pasadena related keywords. All your pages need original content. But if you're looking at, looks like we're just kind of running a bunch of services here, like clog drain, okay? So clog drain Pasadena, Pasadena clog drain. Okay, people search differently, but majority of people that search aren't going to search your brand name, so it is important that you focus on the local keywords. So you do have a lot, and you have been indexed for a lot of the generic kind of plumbing keywords, which is really good. But it's not hitting those other major services that you might be trying to target, like water heaters, etc. So definitely having those separate pages, focusing on those local keyword strategies is going to be a big help. If we look at your top competitor for water damage just in Pasadena, we do have Paul Davis here. Oh, these things are so annoying. Okay, we do have Paul Davis here. They are a franchise, but you're not competing against an entire franchise, just the franchisee. And they only serve a handful of zip codes. Most of these franchisees are not allowed to modify their content. So they get pretty generic stuff here. So we can always do better. More content, more pages, more long form blogs. And really hyper focusing on those local keywords. And you can absolutely outbeat these franchises, okay? Now we know when your customers do a search, they're going to do a search similar to this for each of your services. And when they do, there's three main areas your businesses have the opportunity to show up in the top positions for. So the first are generally going to be your ads. Those are cost per click ads and local service ads, which can be really profitable as long as you have everything dialed in, you have the right foundation, you have good ad spend, and your cost per click ads don't send people to your main website, but to designated landing pages where they actually have a good chance of conversion. Okay. The second spot here, this is your Google Map Pack. This is your Google Business Profile. And your goal is to be in the top 3 here for your service area for each of your major search terms, because 30% of people come straight here and don't go anywhere else. So when you're not in this top 3, you're leaving 30% of your revenue on the table every single month. So in order to be in this top 3, one of the most important factors of optimizing your profile is going to be to get more citations. And those are simply listing the name of the business, the address, phone number, and website, and placing those in a bunch of directories like the Better Business Bureau, Yellow Pages, Glassdoor, Yelp, Angie's, Home Advisor, and even all of the social medias are considered citations. So we just need more of those than our competition, and it will help give you a good boost into this map pack. And then this third section here is the most critical section. This is your organic section. It's so critical because 60 to 70% of people skip over ads and the maps, and they come right here. So when your website does not show up here, you're losing 60 to 70% of the available jobs every single month for each of these services and terms, okay? And so in order for your website to show up here, it comes back to the foundation of this website. Do you have it properly built out with the right pages, content, and keyword strategy? Because Google is sending crawlers to your website, which are mini robots that go and scan your pages, your images, your videos to understand what your website is about, what type of services you offer, and where do you offer those services. Google is proximity based, and so having those local keywords helps them understand that service area. And so if Google's not understanding what your website is about, where you serve, we can't expect Google to send customers to your website, okay? And then once you have those pages, service area pages, service pages, you have to support that with a backlink SEO strategy. So if we look here, we can see, well, this high score is actually based because you're using a free Wix site. So we can't actually even look at that score right now because it has nothing to do with how well your website performs. This specific homepage has a rating of a 6 with 33 backlinks. So these ratings here are trust levels from Google, and that is largely based on the power we're sending to a website. We send power to websites with backlinks. So we need a lot of backlinks. We need more than our competition, but we only want good do-follow backlinks closely related to the services we offer, like other home service businesses, vendors, directories, etc. Okay, that helps in getting ranked, ranking your keywords, etc. Right now, you've got 2 keywords indexed. You get 2 people to your site, so you're missing out on hundreds of potential people landing on your site in Pasadena alone. If you're servicing Los Angeles, just the water damage restoration in Los Angeles alone has 900 searches a month. So you're missing out on tons of potential by not having these strategies in place. And if we look at F&M Plumbing, your website has a rating of a 5 with over 200 backlinks. That's a pretty low score for this many backlinks. That tells me a lot of these are spammy links that we probably need to get rid of. Okay, but you do have 19 keywords indexed, and you are getting 176 people to your website per month, which isn't too bad. And that's because you are ranking on the first page of Google for a lot of these generic plumber, plumbing, plumbers keywords, okay? You have lost a couple keywords with the volatility of the last 90 days. That doesn't surprise me. So you lost your water heater keyword. So you have the plumber, plumbing are doing good at Pasadena. If you do service anywhere else, you definitely need those service area pages so that you can index for those and start showing up in other areas. Now, looking at your competition, they're not doing any SEO, which makes sense because they can't fix what's wrong. Okay, but the website is powerful, which does help them rank these keywords. So they've got 24 of them, and they're getting 81 people to this one specific page of this franchise. And that's because they're ranking for these keywords: water damage, flood damage, water damage, etc. That's where they're getting this traffic. And the higher you rank, the more this volume that you can get. Okay, so all of these guys are beatable. You just have to do better. So hopefully you found this information to be helpful. Please take this information and run with it and apply it yourself. But if you'd rather focus on what you guys do best and have a partner in growth at Peterson SEO, this is our specialty. So please feel free to ask any questions, respond to my email, or give us a call, and we'll be happy to chat. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to hearing from you soon.